Barakatuhu. Today is the 14th lesson of our course, and today we will be learning about blank alif in more detail and miniature noon, also known as noon saghira. Before we continue with the lesson, I would like to make an important announcement. The official email for Talimul-Quran department has changed. You can see it here. I have highlighted. So it is taqwa@ahmadiyauk.org. So if you need to contact us for any reason, please use this email. And I would also like to remind all the students to please make use of the materials that are available on our website, nqc.org.uk, and you can see the downloads on the main screen. And if you click there, you can go to G4 lessons and you'll find all the materials there. So you should use them in addition to the recorded lessons, which are on YouTube. So now we are going to start our lesson. So in the previous lesson, we learned that blank alif, just like all other blank letters, should be dropped when reading in continuation. So in wasl, it should be dropped completely. However, today we will look at it from a different perspective. So not from the continuation perspective, but from the perspective of pausing. So if we were to pause on the first letter and start from the second letter, and the second letter starts with a blank alif, what would happen to the blank alif, or which form would the blank alif take? So the blank alif can either take a fatha, kasrah, or dammah, depending on the scenario. So now we are going to look at the different scenarios. So when does the blank alif takes a fatha? The blank alif will always take a fatha if the next letter is lam sakin or lam mushaddad. So this is very easy. We will look at some examples. You can see here that we have a blank alif at the start of all these words, and it is followed by lam. So in this case, it's lam sakin, and here we can see it's lam mushaddad. So whenever it's followed by lam, whether it's sakin or mushaddad, it will always take a fatha. So we can see here. So it will become, I will recite it, and I would like to request the students to recite with me at home. Ar-Rahmanu. Okay. Now I would like to request the SD to give me two IDs, two students, to go through the remaining words.
L237.
L237.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. And the second ID?
And L214.
L214. Assalamu alaikum.
She can't. Okay, I give you another.
L214 here.
Okay.
Okay, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Just like on last Thursday, were both of you here on last Thursday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Last week? Okay, so you do know what's going to happen now, right? So L237, you're going to recite these four words.
Okay.
And L214, you have to listen carefully. Okay, and tell her afterwards. Okay, you can start with Tawuz, L237.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن الملك الذي السلام.
Okay. L214, please
Yeah,
give her
I
feedback.
didn't get any mistake. She read well.
Okay.
Just Ar-Rahman, Ra, and Ha. I think there is little bit should be thick
So which one should be thick?
sound should be there.
You mean ha? Yeah. Ha ar-Rahman.
Yes.
Like that?
So
Yeah.
raw should be thick because
Yeah.
it's carrying a fatha stroke.
Yeah.
Ha, it's not thick, but it's coming from the middle of the throat.
Middle of.
Yes, because we have to differentiate between the big ha and the small ha.
Shall I recite it again?
Yes.
Yeah. So ar-Rahmanu. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So ra should be. We should emphasize more on ra because it is with the fatah.
Not fatha,
Shadda.
because it has fatha, it should have a thick sound.
Yeah.
And because of the shadda sign, we should
Yeah.
stress on it a little
Yes.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So apart from that, I will highlight a few minor mistakes. So in allazi, this zal, it's different from the letter za, right?
Mm.
Right. Okay. Yes.
So you have to differentiate between the sound. And for zal, it has a vibrating sound. Okay? And it comes, and the point of articulation is basically the tip of the tongue touches the upper frontal teeth. Okay? So can you try
Okay.
this word as well?
Right. Yes. We to figure. Okay. Allazi.
Allazi.
Allazi. Yeah, I have touched it now.
Okay. So
Allazi.
yes, and as you practice more, it will get better, inshallah.
Okay.
And also, can you say, I was going to correct you on the spot, but I missed it. Can you recite A'udhu Billah again?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
And Bismillah as well?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay. So in Bismillah, the last ha, that one is also big ha, right?
Yeah.
So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay.
Okay.
And you did well. So here we also have a zal, and it has, as I said before, vibrating sound.
Right.
So okay. Now we are going to. Okay. So now L214.
Yeah.
You can recite the first column, these four set of words.
Mm-hmm.
And L237, you have to listen carefully and
Okay.
give her feedback after.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال الحمد يبلغ الحلم الذي ارتزى يبدأ الخلق.
Okay. L237.
She recited really well. I think it's just in the second word, maybe it's just a ha. She needs to have, the sound should come from the center of the throat.
Middle
And
of the throat.
yeah, the middle of the throat. And the yab means yab. You have to do the kalkala here.
Yes. And do you know which kalkala? We have 3 types, right?
Yeah.
So
Soft kalkala.
One, yeah. So because it's the middle, yes.
Yes.
Apart from that, yeah, she recited really well.
Okay. L214, can you recite this word again?
yes, again, I tried to do, but I think يبلغ الحلم.
Okay. يبلغ الحلم.
يبلغ الحلم.
Okay, that's fine. So again, we just need to practice and it will get better. So what you have to, and also there is also soft calcula here as well.
Yeah, I tried, but I think يبدأ الخلق. Is
yes,
it okay?
that was yes. And okay, so in the first word we have qaf,
Yeah.
and we have to differentiate between this qaf and the other kaf, right?
Yeah.
So, but I couldn't hear that. So
All right. Okay.
can you say this word again as well?
Yeah. قال الحمد.
Okay, this time it was much better. Okay, so now what I would like to ask L237.
Yeah.
So in the same words, she read in continuation, right? L214.
Yeah.
But if we were to pause on the first word and then start from the next word, how would you say the next word? You just have to say the second word.
Alhamdu.
Yes, that's right. And why does the alif take a fatha?
Because it's been followed by the lam.
Yes.
Sukun.
Yes, that's right. It's followed by lam sakin. And we haven't, for this one, third word, it is followed by ra sakin, but we haven't covered this yet. So we are going to move on quickly. Jazakillah L237 and L214.
Jazakumullah.
Jazakumullah.
Okay, so the next one is when does the alif takes a kasra? If the second or third letter of such a word bears a fatha or kasra, the blank alif will take a kasra. So as I mentioned here, this one, it's not followed by lam sakin. It's followed by ra sakin, but we will have to look at the first mutaharrik letter. So the first mutaharrik letter is ta, and this carries a fatha. So according to the rule then, the alif will take a kasra. So again, now we have some examples. Can I request the ST to choose 2 more students?
Yes, sure. L215.
L215.
Can you unmute yourself, L215?
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. And the second
And
student,
L216.
L216. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Okay. So this time L215, you have to read these 4 words, and L216, please listen to her to give her feedback afterwards.
Okay. Would you like me to just read the yellow highlighted and not miss out the slightly shaded one, or do all of them?
No, you should do the shaded ones.
Okay.
Because these words, they are going to take a kasra according to the rule we just learned. So you can just do the shaded ones.
Okay, ठीक है. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اعلموا اتقوا ارجعي اهبطوا.
Okay. Jazakillah L215, L216.
I think it was good.
Okay. Anything you can ask her what kind of rules she applied, or you can tell her if she did something really well.
She applied the rules like iqlamu. So she applied the rule with the kasra.
Okay. Alif takes a kasra because it's followed. The first mutaharrik letter, lam, has a fatha. Okay. Okay, so I'll ask both of you. L215, you prolonged here.
Mm-hmm.
I have highlighted for 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you prolong it for 2 seconds?
Because it's a vowel madda.
Yes, that's right. And how do you know it's waw madda? How did you identify?
Because it's a vowel madda. Also because of the Dammah before it, yeah.
Yes. So the preceding letter has a Dammah. That's how we identify. And the rule is to prolong it for 2 seconds. And the same applies here. And here we have ya madda. Okay, so I would like to point out. So in the first word, i'lamu, we have ain. Ain have a different sound than alif or hamza, right? So
Mhm.
instead of i'lamu, we have to make a prominent sound i'lamu.
I was just a
Okay.
little bit confused because if I said I don't want to make the alif sound like an ain. So that's why I didn't make the ain sound there because it obviously you have to pronounce the alif separately, but then not.
Yes.
It's quite confusing because you don't want to do that
No,
sound at the
it's
beginning.
fine. So i'lamu. Okay, so
I'lamu. You don't say i'lamu because okay.
yeah, so both sounds can be heard. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's move on. So L216, this time you have to recite the first set of the first column, and can you recite these words? And L215, you can give her feedback afterwards.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعمل الصلاة أعمل الصالحات
Okay.
وأقيموا الصلاة
No. Can you say that again?
وأقيموا الصلاة كذبوا الرسل
Okay.
قالوا الطيارات بك
قالوا الطير.
قالوا طيرنا بك نابك
Okay. L215.
Yes. The first is the ain. It should be amilu swalihati, and swad should be it was not as clear as slightly should be swad and not like a scene.
Yes. So we have to differentiate between the sounds.
Yeah, amilu swalihati. The overall it was good, but and just one more thing, qaf should be slightly round mouthed. Instead, it has to be differentiated between the normal qaf. So aqi, musalat, and with the pause with the salah, because it was ta marbuta, it should have been said ta. It should have been aqi musalah. So
Yes, that's right.
and then the kadhabu.
Yes.
The dal, like when you say the English, the should be kind of like that kind of sound. Kadhabu.
Yeah.
And I heard the rusul. It was like a little bit of a madda sound there.
Where?
Yeah, kadhabu rusulu. It shouldn't be rasulu because there's no vowel madda after the scene.
Okay. And she also prolonged this.
Yeah, then there's
This is a
nothing.
blank letter, so it should be dropped when
Yeah.
joining these two letters. Okay.
Yeah.
Kazabur Rasula.
Yeah.
L216. Can you say this again?
كذبوا الرسل
No, again, as L215 mentioned, there is no vowel after seen, right? So, Kazabur Rasula, 1 second long.
كذبوا الرسل
Yes. Okay. So now I would like to ask you, L215, you did really well. So you said that she needs to differentiate between the sound of seen and sawd, and then the sound of qaf as well. So if any of you, this is for both of you, know which categories Sod and Qaf a part of.
Are
So
there
which letters?
tafkhim, the thick letters?
Yes, huruf al-tafkhim, they are part of that. So that's why they have a thick sound. Okay, so you can mention that when you listen to someone and you need to explain. Okay. Apart from that, in A'udhu Billah, as I mentioned to the previous student, Ain, the sound of Ain comes from the middle of the throat. And again, Ta, it is part of the thick letters, so it should have a different sound than the letter Ta. Okay, and in Bismillah again, we have the big Ha at the end, so we have to be careful of that as well. Okay, Jazakillah, L215 and L216.
Jazakallah.
Okay, so now, lastly, when does the blank alif takes a Dammah? So if the very first mutaharrik letter of a word bears a Dammah, the blank alif will also take a Dammah. So we can have a look at some of these examples. So we can see here, the first letter is Qaf, but it's Sakin. So we will look at the next letter, which is Ta, and it is carrying a Dammah. So therefore, the alif will also take a Dammah. As we can see here. Similarly, in this second example, the first letter is Sakin, so we have to look at the next letter, which is again carrying a Dammah. Therefore, alif will also take a Dammah. Okay, so can I request the ST to choose 2 more students?
Sure. L236.
L236.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. And the second student?
L231.
L231.
Yes.
Wa alaikum assalam. Okay, so L236.
Yes.
Can you, just like the previous students, you have to go through these 4 words. And L231, you have to provide her feedback afterwards.
Okay.
Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أقتلوا
No.
sorry اقتلوا which one you okay this one أتلو
Yes.
أسجدوا
Yes.
أذكروا
Uzkuru.
أذكروا
Okay. L231,
Yes.
you have to now give her feedback.
Okay. The first one, I think she mispronounced the first alif with the fatha.
Yes.
Yeah, so it should be uqtulu, and
Yes.
qaf should have the kalkala sound. I think she did that.
Jerking sound.
Yeah, jerking sound.
And how is it going to be soft or
Yeah.
moderate?
It's soft.
Okay, and why is it soft?
Because it's coming in between the letters.
Yes, so the huruf al-qalqala, which is qaf in this case, it's
Yeah.
coming in the middle
In
of the
middle.
word.
Yeah. And the second one, utlu, she, I think, lu, she pronounced it with her huruf mad with a vowel sound.
No, no,
Utlu.
the vowel is not there, but she
Yeah,
just
but she just pronounced
slightly
it.
prolonged.
Yeah, pronounced it like that, but it should be pronounced like utlu.
Yeah, utlu. 1
Okay.
second each.
Yes.
Okay.
Usjudu, she did very well, I think.
Yes.
The second one, Uskuru, Zal, I think the pronunciation should
Yeah, I'm
be
getting
coming.
confused with the dal and dod and zol. So,
Za,
because we've learned
Zal
so wrong, and then I have the feeling that we don't even know how to read Quran since we're doing the lessons, because lots of mistakes we are doing in the previous.
yeah, I think the tip of the tongue should touch the front upper teeth, isn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
L236. Do you
Yes.
mean that you don't know the difference in terms of looks? How
No,
Zal
no.
and
I know
Zal.
the difference between the looks, but you know, we used to say dal and zol, and
Yes.
now it's like or sod and
Dwad.
zol. Yeah, exactly. And now it's dod. So this is something new.
Okay. But Zal is the same.
Yeah,
Dal
dal is
and
the same.
Zal is the
So
same.
it's
So
uz
yeah,
uzkuru.
vibrating sound.
Uskuru.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uzkuru.
Okay. I would like to L231. You did really well. I would also like to highlight something. So as I did mention to the previous students as well, the sound of ain, it should be different from alif. Okay. So a'udhu. Okay.
A'uzu.
Yes. So keep practicing, and inshallah it should get better. I think yeah. And here the raw sound, you made it thick as well. So that was very well done, because raw is carrying a Dammah. So, and we know that if it carries a fatha or a Dammah, it has a thick sound. Okay, now it's L231. It's your turn.
Okay.
The first column, if you can do that.
Yes. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أنا الله لقل الذين نسوا الذكر أساءوا السوء.
Okay.
Very well done.
L236. Yeah, it was very good. Would you like to point out anything? It doesn't have to be anything she did wrong. It could be something she did really well.
Yeah, she did the majestic lam very well.
Yes.
Then she did the qaf in the second one.
Yeah.
She did the next z longer. No,
yes.
in the same, yeah. And
yes, it was 2 seconds long. Why did she prolong it for 2 seconds?
because it was haruf aleen, or was it haruf mad, something like this. Forgot
yes.
the names.
It's huruf mad.
Haruf mad,
And
exactly.
in
Because
huruf aleen, it's very easy. The preceding letter will always carry a fatha.
okay.
But in huruf mad, it's different for alif, and it's different for waw, and it's different for ya.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
yeah with the sukoon, and the letter before has a kasrah. That's why, yeah.
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 Okay.
And she did also in the last column she did. Why did you highlight it the raw?
So the raw, it has to have a thick sound.
Okay.
And it wasn't thick enough. So
Yes.
if L231, if you can
Yes.
recite this word again.
نسوا الذكر
Nasuz zikra.
نسوا الذكر.
Okay. And in the last word,
She did the
you did,
mother's long. Yeah, she did them.
yes. So we have
4 seconds, no?
it has a range 4 to 6 seconds.
Mm.
And do you know the name of this mad?
Yeah.
Mad Saghir, I think, or Kabir.
Kabir. It's the bigger one. Kabir. Extra long stretch, and 4 to 6 seconds is the range for the elongation. Okay.
So
And
is the other word is other name is Madhe Muttasil or Munfasil? Which one is this? Muttasil, isn't it?
yes, it's because why is it that? So you have
Because
to tell me.
it's coming in one word
Yes. So alif, alif mad is followed by
by
a
Hamza.
hamza within the same word.
Okay.
And in the second word as well, we have waw madda followed by alif, hamza alif.
Hamza alif,
So
yeah. Okay.
it's within the same words. Okay. Okay, well done, both of you. So, Jazakumullah. Now we are going to move on to the second part of the lesson, which is miniature noon. So it looks exactly the same as we can see here, but it's just written in a small subtext. Okay, and it's written between two words. And as we can see here in the shaded part, this is how it will be. This is how we will recite it in continuation. خيرونت معنا. Okay, so because I joined both of the words, I'm going to take this miniature noun into account. However, so here is the rule. A small noun written between two words is only read in wasl. And we learned that wasl means combining in continuation when we are joining two words. However, if we are pausing at the first word and continuing from the next word, the small noun will be completely ignored. So as we looked in this example, because we were reading in wasl, we took this mini noun into account. However, if I stop at the first word, khair, and then start from the next word, then I'm going to not pronounce this noun. Okay, can I request the ST to give me two more students?
Yes. 204.
L204.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
And L208.
L208. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So L204, can you, based on the rules which we have just learned about blank alif, can you tell me what would the alif, which stroke will the alif take?
The Dammah.
No, not Dammah. So
Oh,
the
sorry. Noon is there, so it's a Kasrah.
So I just said, so if we are reading in continuation, if we are joining both words, then we'll take the noon into account.
Noon,
But if I pause at the first word, khair, and start from the second word, then what would the alif take? The blank alif. L208?
Dammah?
Yes,
Do you know?
yes, it takes kasra.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So L204, I would just clarify. Dammah, it's very easy. If the next mutaharrik letter carries a Dammah, only then the alif will take a Dammah. Okay, but in this case, the first mutaharrik letter, which is meme, is carrying a fatha. So therefore, the alif will take a kasra.
Kasrah, okay. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So now, L204, can you recite these words, the shaded one, and then, so this is how you have to do this. So first you have to recite in continuation. So basically the shaded part. And then you have to recite the first word separately and the second word separately. Okay?
Okay, so first is the shaded one.
Yeah, first the shaded one.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم خير اطمأن.
Okay. Now separately.
خير اطمأن.
Okay. Next word.
فتنة انقلب.
Okay. Separately.
فتنة انقلب.
Okay. Last one.
Sawa'anil akifu.
Separately.
Sawa'il akifu.
Okay. L208, can you give her feedback? L208. Is L208 still with
Yes,
us?
sorry. Yeah, it was muted.
Okay, that's
The,
fine. So
yeah,
you've heard her.
yes. The first one, I think she read well. And the
Okay.
second word, it should be ikhfa there. Anil qalaba.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And why do we have to do ikhfa there?
Because the qa is not huruful izhar. That's why.
Yes, that's right. So the following word, nun sakin, is followed by qaf, which is not part of huruful izhar or
Yeah.
idgham or iqlab either. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
And also when she read separately, there should be fitnah, not fitnatu,
And why is that?
because we are pausing there on ta, so it
Yes.
should be ha.
So this is
Yes.
called tai marbuta. So when we pause on this one, we have to ignore the dots.
Yes.
Okay. And then it's just aha. Fitnah. Okay. Anything else?
And on third word, she read sawa'a when she paused, but it should be sawa.
Okay. So the fatha will change into sukoon sign when we pause.
Yes. And the second word, it should be kifu, and ain should be recited in the middle of the throat. And
Yes.
it was alif sound when she read.
Yes. Okay, that's right. So L204, I hope you took note of everything. Just
yes.
lastly, I would like to point out that in Tawus, A'udhu, make sure you differentiate between the sound of Zal and Za. Okay, this one is Zal. It has a vibrating sound.
Auzu.
Yes, A'udhu. Okay. Apart from that, when you recited the two words separately, you gave the alif the right stroke, depending on the first mutaharik letter. So well done. In the first word, I would just like to point out we have ta. Do you know what do you have to do on this ta?
Is
Any
it
of you?
there?
Sorry.
Is the
Uh,
kalkla there?
yes. So because we have ta is part of huruf al-qalqala, we remember the word qutubujjad, right? Those 5 letters. And also it is part of huruf al-tafkhim as well. So it has a thick sound.
Thick sound. Okay.
Okay. So that's it. Now I'm going to hand over Jazakumullah L204 and L208. Now I will hand over to the TA.
Jazakumullah. Assalamu
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
I'll just share my screen quickly.
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So may I please have a student ST?
Yes, sure. L227.
L227. Assalamu alaikum. L227.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Okay, would you please like to start with Dawud and Tasmiyah and read up to verse number 4? You can see here. And we're going to do Surah Al-Mu'minun. So let's start from Dawud.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون والذين هم عن اللغو معرضون.
Okay. Jazakumullah. Can you please read from Meme here? Just read this one word again.
معرضون.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. So we have Alif and Ain, and we need to differentiate between these sounds. Can you please recite this again and make sure you differentiate between Alif and Ain sound?
أعوذ.
So Alif, we just read it normally. We don't pronounce this from the middle of our throat. However, Ain is from the middle of throat. Just try again.
أعوذ.
Okay. A'udhu billah. Okay, that's fine. Jazakumullah. And 4 is a thick letter. So we have to thicken this. So well done for doing that. Okay. Now, ha. It's also harufi halqi. Okay. So we have to pronounce it from the middle of our throat as well. So just try again. It wasn't from the middle of throat when you recited it. So let's try again.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, good, well done. Okay, so overall, well done. There was just one mistake that I saw, which is prominent, is this meme sakin over here in home and the meme sakin over here in home as well. So what you did was you stopped here and you gave a nasal sound. You did fi. So you're not meant to stop here. Okay, so you're just going to do a normal izhar, and let's just move on. We call this izhar shafavi. Okay, so the sound of the meme sakin would be pronounced clearly for 1 second only. Okay, because if this meme was to have meme, then if this meme was to have meme or ba next to it, at this point we have fa. Okay.
Okay.
So we're not going to do anything with the fa, but we only do the nasal sound, or we only do ikhfa if this was to have meme or ba sound. Okay.
Sorry, can you just show me once how? I will just read it. Humfi sol. Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Don't do anything. Don't prolong this.
Okay.
Don't carry the meme sound for longer. Just try again, please.
الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون.
Well done. So I just want to make sure that you understood the rule. So can you please explain the rule for everybody else to understand as well?
You said we don't supposed to stop on the meme sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When are we allowed?
After this, if we have ba or meme sound.
Well done. Excellent. So we are going to discuss this rule later on, but I just wanted to remind you here as well because there was a mistake. Okay. So well done. So the other 26 letters that we have they're all called izhar shafavi letters. Okay. Except from ba and meme that I've just told. Okay. So well done. And the za sound here, how is it different to the other za that we have in the letters?
It's a soft sound. We always say za. This means our tongue touch with the upper teeth.
Perfect. Well done. Excellent. So that's how you can see when or test yourself if you're pronouncing it right. So if you're pronouncing this letter wrong, then your both teeth, so upper teeth and lower teeth, would touch za. That would be the other za that we're talking about. But this one is different because your tongue should come in the middle of your upper two teeth. Your tongue should touch the upper teeth. So alladhina, well done for that. And why did you say alladhina? Why couldn't it be Kasrah or Dammah? Like, how did you differentiate between the rules?
Yeah, because whatever the sorry, on the second letter, whatever the sign on the second letter, like on lam, it's there is a kasra on the lam, so
just fatha on the lam.
Sorry, fatah. I'm sorry. Yeah, it tells us how should we start our letter. I mean, if this lam have kasra or dhamma, then we will use the kasra or dhamma on alif.
Not quite correct. So we just learned that if we have lam sakin, as you can see here in al-mu'minun, or we have shadda on lam, okay, whenever we have lam after the alif would always carry a fatha. Yeah, that's one of the rules that we've just learned. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, that's it. So if we have lam, then we always have fatha on the alif, the blank alif.
Okay. So I joined in late, so maybe I missed it. Jazakallah for telling me.
No worries. And sword, what kind of letter is this?
So which one?
Sword here.
It's thick letters.
Well done. Haruf tafkhim. Well done. Yep. So how would you differentiate between the sin sound and the sword sound?
When we say sword, it means sword and scene, like.
So we round our mouth when we say saw, and the scene is when it's like smiling. So well done, good. Other than that, that was perfect. Jazakumullah. That was L2. Right. Can we have another student now, please?
Yes. L241.
L241. Assalamu alaikum, L241.
Walaikum assalam.
May I please request you to recite from verse number 5 till verse number 7, please, and start with Tawud and Tasmiyah.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والذين هم للزكاة فاعلون. والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين.
Excellent, well done. The wa is haruf mad, so we have to prolong it for 2 seconds. I just couldn't quite understand if you did it for 2 seconds or not.
Pardon?
Would you please like to recite the Tawud again?
Oh, okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Well done, excellent, that was fine. Yeah, the only one mistake I could find was otherwise it was very well done. So very well done. Is what do we have on top of ya?
A fatha ashbaya and a mad munfasil.
Well done. Okay, we call this vertical fatha. Okay, that's fine. So what's the rule for al-madun munfasil?
You pronounce it for 3 to 4 seconds.
3 to 5 seconds. Yeah, the maximum is the minimum is 3 and the maximum is 5. Well done. And vertical fatha?
You pronounce for 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Excellent. So you can see how the letter is ending with haruf mad, and the next the word is ending with haruf mad, which is ja, and the next word is starting with hamza alif. So this means that we have to prolong the al-mad al-munfasil for 3 seconds. And then you can see how vertical fatha is there as well. So we have to prolong it for 2 seconds. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So you didn't quite prolong it for as long as it should have been. So would you please like to start from illa again?
Okay. إلا على أزواجهم.
Good. No, don't pronounce this ha from the middle throat. It's just simple ha.
أزواجهم.
Good, well done. Otherwise, that was fine. Let me just ask you. Okay, noon with shadda. Do you know what the rule is for noon with shadda?
You do noon ghana, so you hold nasal sound for 2 seconds.
Perfect, very well done. That's correct. And ba, do you know what kind of letter that is?
It's a qalqala letter.
Well done.
So you do a jerking sound.
Well done. Good. And what type of qalqala? We have 3 qalqalas, right? Soft, the moderate one, and the.
So it'd be a soft one because it's in the middle of a word.
Good. Well done. Yeah. Soft because it's in the middle of the word. Well done. Excellent. Jazakumullah L241. Jazakumullah. Can you have another student now, please?
Yes, sure. L207.
L207. Okay. L207. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Okay. I would like you to start from verse number 7. I'm sorry, verse number 8. 7, 8, until verse number 10, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون.
Well done. Just the alif and ayn sound, that's the common mistake that we have when we're reciting dal. So we have to differentiate between alif and ayn. Just try again, please. So ayn is from the middle of your throat. Okay, so try again. Okay. And to is remove tafkhim, so we're done. For thickening it. Raw, we also have to thicken this. Okay. So well done for doing that too. Okay, the common mistake with your recitation was with letters of tafkhim. So there were letters of tafkhim that you didn't thicken. So ghain, you have to thicken it. Okay. We have where else? I just highlighted. I couldn't find. Okay. Yeah, I can't find it, but we have to do the thicken this line. Let's try again. Well done. And raw here, we also have to round our mouth when you're saying the raw. Okay. So try the raw again, because how you were studying it was as ra, as you opening your mouth when you say this. However, you're meant to round your mouth. So try again. Raw. Excellent, perfect. So same with raw here as well. So try again. Raw. Excellent, good. Try the whole word, please. Rauna. Okay, so when we're doing a verb, on. Okay, good. Then the za sound, we just explained earlier. So it's not za. So if you're saying za, your upper teeth and lower teeth are touching together, which is wrong. We should have our tongue out and touching the upper teeth. So try again. Touch your upper teeth. Well done. Zalika. Good. Excellent. Okay. You stopped at zalik, right? And then you started from zalik again. It's better to start from wa, because that's when the sentence is, you know, it's and raw. So it's better to start from wa. Okay.
Okay.
Just for next time. Okay, we have meme here, so we are going to do rules of waqf in the future, inshallah. But just because coming here as well. So, what do you think the rule is when we have meme here?
It's I think waqf lazim. This meme for is it?
Well done, excellent. So yeah, so the name of this meme is al-waqful lazim, which means that you have to stop. Okay. Sometimes what happens is in other texts of the Holy Quran, this is written here like this, but this meme would come on top of the verse. This verse here would come up on top of the verse. So it's just another way of being here, really. So well done. So whenever we have this meme, it means al-waqful lazim, which means we have to stop here. So well done for that. And yeah, that's it. Jazakumullah. Jazakumullah. Can we have another written now, please?
L226.
L226. Assalamu alaikum. L226. Can you hear me?
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Give another.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes,
Yes,
she's here. L226.
Okay, that's L226?
Yeah.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, L226.
Wa alaikum salam.
May I please request you to start from Ta'awun Tasmiyah and recite from verse number 11 to the end.
Yeah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أولئك هم الوارثون الذين يرثون الفردوس هم فيها خالدون.
Okay, Jazakumullah. I would just like you to recite from Alladhina again. I couldn't hear you from there.
الذين يرثون الفردوس.
Okay. So null. Are you saying null or are you not combining?
Null.
I couldn't hear you from here again. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Well done. Okay. So what's the rule for this blank alif here?
If there is no so the first letter is carrying after this blank letter, the first letter carrying a tashdid or a sukoon. If it's lam and it's carrying, then the alif will carry a fatha on it.
Well done. Yeah. So this applies to the lam letter with sukoon or tashdid. So well done. It will carry a fatha on top. Alladhina. Excellent. So for here, null. Do you know we've done this a rule where we decide whether this would be alladhina yarithuna al-firdaus. So do you know what rule that was?
No, I can't remember.
I remember.
Was that?
No,
It's okay. I'll just remind everybody as well. It's idgham lam sakin. Yeah?
Yeah.
So this means basically that we have to manifest the lam. If you look at the next letter, the fa, it's what type of letter? We have two types of letters that we have discussed in idgham lam sakin.
Ra.
No, as in fa, it's the type of letter. What type of letter is it? Is it the moon letter or the sun letter?
The moon letter.
Excellent. Well done. The moon letter, which means that we have to manifest our lam. Yeah. So that's why we do null for those. Okay. So jazakumullah. And kha, it's a harf tafkhim, so we have to thicken it. So khaliduna. So just make sure that when you're pronouncing this letter, your mouth is round. Okay. It's not wide open. Okay. So because if it's wide open, then it would be a different it would be wrong pronunciation. Khalidun. Okay, well done, excellent. And just ulaika, you did prolong it, but it should have been more than that. It should have been for 5 seconds again. Okay. So let's try that again, please.
Ulaika.
Well done, excellent. So just as I was explaining the rule for waqf here, we also have this small to here, and this small to is called al-waqful mutlaq. We will discuss everything that I'm discussing right now later on, but just because it appears here, it's the rule for this is that it's better to stop, but it's not compulsory. But it's because it's better to stop, we might as well do something that is better, right? So Jazakumullah Hassan Jaza, that was L226. Jazakumullah. Now I'll just quickly hand back over to our day teacher.
Yes, Jazakumullah. So yeah, I will quickly summarize what we learned today. So we learned the rules for blank alif. If the blank alif is followed by lam mushaddad or lam sakin, it will always take a fatha. If the first mutaharrik letter after the blank alif is carrying a Dammah, then the blank alif will also take a Dammah. And lastly, if the first mutaharrik letter after blank alif is carrying a fatha or a kasrah, the blank alif will take a kasrah. And we also learned the noon saghira, miniature noon. It will only be pronounced when reciting in continuation. So when joining the two words. If you are pausing at the first word and starting from the next word, then you have to drop the noon, the miniature noon altogether. Okay, it won't have any effect in the pronunciation. Lastly, I would like to remind everyone again that our email for contact has changed. So the new email is taqwa@ahmadiyauk.org. So you can make a note of this, and if you need to contact us for any reason, please use this email from now on. Jazakumullah, we will end our lesson. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.